Willie D Live.
It's Willie D, y'all, back with another episode of information and instructions to help you navigate through this wild, crazy, beautiful world. In the studio, DeRay Davis. What's up, King?
I'm happy to be here,
How you
man.
doing, man?
It's a holiday, man. Am I allowed to say the date, depending on how this airs?
It will, yeah.
I know how it airs, but I gotta say it, man. I'm in Houston. Halloween weekend, man.
Right.
Halloween.
This year, Halloween fell on the weekend. Yeah, man. So when we started talking about doing the show and everything, I was like, the crazy thing is that you're gonna be performing while my party is going on. I'm doing a Halloween party, costume party. Best Willie D lookalike. Costume.
Who else?
And sexy lady.
Yeah, Michael Jordan coming.
Yeah.
You got all.
Yeah, it's
Morris Chestnut. Everybody will come try to get the Willie D.
It's gonna be crazy. Yeah.
What time is that though? My shows are early. My shows now. I'll be done on my show. But
what time you done?
I'll be done like 10:30 tonight, 11 o'clock maybe.
Yeah, we'll probably be finishing it up around that time. But maybe
you got a
give me a call.
You got a matinee costume party?
Yeah.
No late nights, you know.
Yeah, we might. It's gonna be a vibe.
See how I feel.
Yeah, we'll see how I feel. We might keep it going. Yeah. Man, you have worn many hats. You got comedy, you got writing, you got acting, you got hosting, which a lot of people don't mention often enough to me. I think you are a hilarious host, bro. I saw you.
Thank you, man.
I saw you hosting. It was an awards show I was at. I think it was maybe VH1 Hip Hop Honors or something like that. Have you ever hosted that?
Yeah, I did. I actually started hosting that. I think my first hosting gig was down here. Was it here or Miami? The Ozone Awards was my first. Houston, was that here?
Okay, that was here. When Ozone, yeah.
I hosted the one down here, the one that went crazy.
Right.
That first one with everybody.
That was wild.
I was down there. I was on stage with everything was happening. But that was my first time, I think, getting into hosting a show. But man, I learned how to host I wanted to host because Damon, who started me in comedy, Damon Williams started me in comedy. He was a host, and it's just a freedom
Shout out
to it.
Dame.
Plus, I mean, standing in your presence is difficult saying, but I'm an MC, you know what I mean? When I grew up, I rapped. It was always about MCing, and the most comfortable way I could find comedy was to be an MC and freestyle, because my way of thinking was always so off. I couldn't think of a set. People wanted me to do a set, and that's why I applaud these young guys for doing the crowd work now. But when I had to do it, it was all I had. You know what I mean? So. MCing was it just gave me that freedom. And then came the difficulty when I started hosting. Like, I think maybe you saw I hosted Black Music Honors. I did that, but also hosted the Hip Hop Squares. I hosted Mind of a Man, which is my first TV show ever hosting.
Okay.
They had me dressed like, in Steve Harvey suits.
Right.
Everything was a two-piece. And I learned it's gonna sound weird again, I learned how to read on there. Because I know how to read, and I've read my whole life, and you know how to read, but reading a prompter is different. You know what I mean? So,
what's different about it?
Well, it's beats in my head when I'm hosting. Another thing it gives me, the sense comedy is an orchestra to me, and I don't know how it feels to other comics, and I don't want to sound weird, but it's a musical consistently, and to be an MC, you have to be able to move between every sound. Like, there's a person over here being loud, there's a drink going on in the back, there's something else going on, all those elements going on.
Yeah.
And I also think that comes from like how we was raised. You watching the block consistently, you watching for anything that's happening, you hoping, I'm not saying like in a fearful way, but you just watch, you're very watchful. We were taught as kids to be, in Black communities, watch your back, watch this, back against the wall. So I think I was able to adapt that to comedy to be like, and then that became that I was like, I'm hosting, this is what it is, and people saw me in that light, and it led to those jobs like the Mind of a Man. So, and Jesse Collins called me for a last minute BT Hip Hop Awards. That was unexpected. But I'm glad I learned to read how terrible. Now, I'm still terrible when it comes to my sets. Like, if I do my specials and I have something in the teleprompter, that's out of here. Right. I ain't gonna remember none of that because I'm zoning. But as far as getting the point and getting the notes out and hosting, I'm glad I can do that and still I've been given arenas where my comics are there. I got strongholds. I got people I could play off of and still get back to what the business is. I try to teach hosts that all the time. Remember what you're here to do. You're here to, you're carrying the whole weight of it's gonna sound, not saying so you're ring master, but not in a circus per se, although the world is a circus place. We know that shit. But that's a powerful position to be in. And I've often thought with all this power in hosting, because I host there, I host parties. I've hosted a Monday night in LA since I pretty much got there, comedy, and I leave there and host a party after that to see what they're listening to, see what's going on beat-wise, see what the energy is and take that and bring it and just intertwine the two between, I'm probably one of the only dudes who do it.
Yeah.
Being who I am, I will say that. I think I'm one of the only people who movies, whatever I be in, I still host my own night and I still host a party after that. Like, and they're like, oh, we're above this. And you get some people that are like, man, they're superstars and they go home. And I applaud them for that. But if I wasn't part of the world, and I wouldn't, talking shit, but I wouldn't beat them every time. And I beat people in my mind as far as being on the ground every time. It's like a politician can say whatever they want from the house, but if they're not on the ground and figuring it out, they're not going to be able to even make sense of it. They're getting lost in that world of just, stardom or whatever. But I love it, and that helps me host. Like, it helps me. It helps that people see me in 7-Eleven. I walk in a gas station by myself. I talk, you know what I'm saying? It helps when I go and I host, and these people, I got this feel, almost this aura of the real world around me. And I don't want people to think that I'm just, I'm senseless and I'm out here being dumb and not knowing what I've accomplished in life. But at the same time, who would I be if I accomplished those type of goals and I can't go back to hang out and be able to tell somebody? Because I'm able to go to the reason, I'm sorry, I'm off subject real quick, but I could take a message from somebody in a convenience store and take it to Snoop. I love that I was out randomly and I ran into some, Willie D fan. I told them I'm going to do the show. And they like, oh my God, tell them we love the show, because I was right there. Average person couldn't relay those messages. We're missing the messenger, man. And I think in hosting, I'm the messenger every time.
But what do you say to those people who say, going back is what got Nipsey killed?
Because Nipsey also, had he not, but what's the guarantee in that? What's the guarantee in any moment? Going back to your mama's house for your cousin's jealous, say you on a holiday, you might get shot. I had a cousin get stabbed over saying, give me my shirt back.
That part.
They were sitting there, I won't say my cousin's name, he gonna tell the story if you want to, but they sitting there arguing, and one of the boys got embarrassed because he said, hey, you know what, take my shirt off in front of the girls. He said, all right, took the shirt off, then he stabbed him up, and he left there laughing, still stabbed. This is, my family's crazy. He like, I still got my shirt. But still, like, you never know what could happen in any sense. But if you don't connect yourself, how would you know? You can't go warn anybody else. Nipsey also was never not a man of the people. There was never a time where he left.
Right.
People say he went back, but when did he actually, what part did he disappear and he go to, and then he went back, tried to regather? No.
Right.
He was like, I'm gonna do it while I'm here. I'm gonna build it while I'm here. That was man, come on, man. And we talking about, forget the conspiracies. We talking about unstable people.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about nothing's never enough. We're talking about entitlement.
Right.
You can speak, whatever my perception of you is, if it's that hard on you that I'm saying that, let's say he did, I don't know what was really said, but for the world I live in right outside the bubble, we heard that he said some things about him that made him upset, regardless of what they was. Being unstable is what makes you go, you know what, I'm not gonna wait a day and ask him on the phone what may have been said so I can truly digest it, process it, translate it to my new self, because he wasn't himself when this happened. And at least talk to myself tomorrow, and that wouldn't have happened. That's an unstable person in a situation that we allow it and we do, because we try to help everybody. Even in moments like that, if they roasting or tripping or they're talking about some set stuff or whatever they're mentioning, he's still got him around him. And if he just said, get away from me, man, he would have talked to him a couple days later, because to let somebody be that close to you, we accept you already. If there's true threats, we don't have them around us. Right. We believe are real threats, we don't have them around us. But for the most part, we always give chances. People, if your house get broken into, you put more security. You don't run and move. You've added another camera. You don't run from the people, even though you had a cousin. I'm getting people in trouble. You had a cousin that might steal the refrigerator. We adapt as black people. They come over, they can still eat. They just can't go in the refrigerator.
To your point.
You can't go in the refrigerator no more. But you can come over and eat.
To your point, I have an aunt. Hey, I got it. Hey, aunt, you shouldn't have done it if you didn't want me to say it. But I have an aunt, man. She's the picture thief of the family. If you have any pictures of her or anybody in the family, you better make sure that you tuck them away when she comes around. Get over there,
because they're gonna be in her purse.
Man, I remember she came to my house once, man, and my girl had never met her before, so I had to tell her, like, look, she's the picture thief in the family. So we gotta hide all these pictures.
And first of all, that's a unique thing to be wanting to steal. But if she comes over looking for it,
we was taking all of the pictures out of the photo albums, man, and out of and we're hiding the frames and everything. All of the pictures that were in the frames.
And he tried to explain to her it could be digital now. Like, you can have this if you want it. I could blow it up for you. But they have man. It's a nostalgia thing. I think aunts and people have having those older pictures. My mother been trying to get these pictures from me that I know I need to keep. Because I need to get them restored, get them fixed. I send them pictures. I'm like, Mom, but them pictures will be all over the place. But yeah, man. But I think that had a lot to do with it. So it's not that you can't go back. It's not that you should not have an awareness to going back. But if you don't go back and you gather this awareness and go tell somebody else about it somewhere, then how we ever gonna get better? How's anything gonna change? So I applaud anybody that goes back, that hangs out people they hung out with, knowing, but you just gotta know. If you don't know, then you come on, we knowledgeable though.
Do you go back to the block in Chicago where you were raised?
I lived on so many blocks, but I would go home all the time. I see all my friends, like I go out, so I'm out in Chicago. Like I'm literally in the clubs, I know the oldest person there, I know the youngest people in the clubs. Like, I go out a lot, man. But I was to myself for the most part, always hustling, always finding a way, you know what I'm saying, dabbling, and what we glorified back then, what we thought was gonna be the route. Right. Back then, you see in Chicago, it's a guy driving past, he has Michael Jordan dunking a crack rock in a crack pipe, and I was like, man, look how dope that car is. Not what all went along with it. But we lived a lot of places, man. I have driven back past some of my old places and went there, but I ain't hung out in Robbins in a while. I ain't been to Harvey and been to Maine's Blue Room, places like that I would love to go to though. Just not the same period. A lot of places for when people my age at home anyway, but I'm just so in touch with. I just got to be out, man.
Yeah.
I gotta feel it. So I travel, I tour, but I definitely, somebody gonna say, yeah, you was. Somebody gonna say, you was just at the, I know me, my brother, somebody gonna say, you was just at my cousin, you was just at the what's the name? Like, yeah, I just don't, and I also don't. I move around so much that it's like, I don't write notes, man. I was talking to a comedian, Don D.C. Curry, and I think he said, he knew the amount of shows he did. He knew the amount, the number, and to me,
what's the number?
No, right now it's different, but he knew.
What was the number then?
It was high. I forgot what it was, but he knew, and because he was asking me, and I was like, hey man, how many shows have you done? And I was like this weekend is He's like, because I never counted, man. I just go. Like literally, if somebody don't say happy birthday to me, I probably would miss that day. I'm just moving.
There's people out there that don't, they don't keep track of their birthdays. They don't believe in celebrating birthdays. They just believe.
Well, that's Jehovah's Witness.
They just believe in living. No, I'm
true, but that's true though. But the only reason I always said because I was a hustler. Holidays was dollar days. If my birthday, everybody's so excited about it. Let's charge. People ain't got where to go for this day. Let's charge. People ain't got to do this. Let's charge. I didn't care what day. I didn't, But my birthday itself, my mother did a great job as far as let me know it's your birthday and it is a good day. But I'm the reason you're here. You ain't go through no pain that day. Not in a mean way, but just to let you know that if I relied so much on people celebrating me that day, then I'm also opening the door to be disappointed, upset if nobody says happy birthday. I don't want to call. If you call me on birthday, I'm gonna tell you happy birthday. Tell me what you want right then and there, and we'll try to take care of it if I got it. As far as you relying on me remembering, I'm too busy trying to pay for all the birthdays that are gonna come up with everybody else to worry about one in particular. Like people are like, it's easier to remember, and this is not on a bragging way, but people walk up and say your name, DeRay. You remember me? And you like, and you want to remember. Like you really do. You remember me? And you like, and they tell you something. I was at the store, you're like, yeah, I remember then. But as far as just knowing names, it's hard for you because you're trying to entertain everyone. You want everyone to feel special. We're not wearing name tags all the time. Well, your name tag is right here behind us consistently. So you're not out here saying your name, you see it because you're working hard for people to see it. So it's not you being disrespectful to their name or who they are or what they do, but it's like, man, I got a lot going on to try to get to the. I just said the other day, and it's going. I'm glad I'm able to say it. People would be upset with you for missing a funeral, for missing someone's funeral. They'd be upset with you for missing a funeral that you had to work on that day to pay for the funeral they're going to.
Huh.
You had to work on that day to pay for the funeral. Everybody out crying, and you at work that day, and they mad at you for missing it. Why you ain't here? Nigga, because it wouldn't be no goddamn funeral if I was there.
Right.
But people can't equate it, so yeah.
Man, you know, there's a lot of misconceptions about Chicago. I've been to Chicago many times. One of my favorite cities. But there's a lot of misconceptions about Chicago. A lot of negative stuff out there about Chicago. Every day, damn near every day, I'm seeing some type of violence report coming out of Chicago. For someone who is not from Chicago, you know, how would you explain to them how to navigate through Chicago and how to, you know, if you were to like look at how you marshaled your actions when you were in Chicago, you know, like you actually survived and you still go back. Do you even think about it as survival, or you just think about it, I just grew up in Chicago, I don't know what y'all talking about with the survival thing, it's not that bad?
Everywhere you go, you land and they warn you about places to go and not go, whether it be a good neighborhood, bad neighborhood, what reasons to do that. Stay away from them white folks over there, they hang niggas. Stay away from them. Everybody got their, but I'll tell you this.
Some of those warnings are valid.
No, they are. Beyond that, I'll tell you this. If you treat anything, if you treat it like it's like, if you're thinking in your mind that it's a tourist spot to go and hang on one of those blocks you heard somebody rap about, then that's completely on you for whatever happens to you. It's not a tourist place because people are struggling, people are hurting, and the bottom line is ain't no money. If it was money, it wouldn't be none of this. That's factual. I'm talking about any of it. I'm talking about from the women being mad at the men, from the men being mad at the women, from the gang is mad at this gang. Wouldn't be no problem, but ain't no bread. So keep that in mind. There ain't no money. And if you're going over there with something that does not exist in that person's immediate, what they can get to, you're going to be that thing. So you keep that in mind. So I think anywhere you go in the world is like that. I think the misconception is that we were allowed to truly glorify let's think. It's hard for me, man. I try not to get in trouble in my conversation because they teeter back and forth. But organized crime. They called it organized crime, Chicago, organized crime. You got all the gangsters, whatever. Mm-hmm. Then they got them out of there, and they kept the organization, and the crime got changed. So organization is still there, but now the crime, now they make it like now it's no longer. So when they take that away, now it continues to go down. Now it's in our community. Now we got the brothers who have no bread. We can't be organized. Ain't no more organized. They took that. You know what I'm saying? So what we supposed to do? We try to organize our own structures with what little we have, and what we do, we fight over that. So now it's territorial for something that don't belong to us anyway. So when you go into these moments, what do people in territorial think? They get off my block. What you trying to do over here? What you said the other day? I say your homie just walking to say hi to a girl. I said, all right, girl, what you doing over here? He ain't got nothing to do. You don't even know the girl. You ain't helped to take care of baby, nothing. But a dude will stand outside and go, why you over there fucking with her? Mm-hmm. Territory. So I would say that I think everywhere has their places they go. I think you hear all people like, oh, Chicago. Shit, when I came to Houston, they're like, don't go places. Ain't nobody in Texas better not say nothing about nobody in Chicago when y'all do things in broad freeway. Ain't no Chicago. Man, Chicago, I'll tell you this though, man. When we get mad, we all get mad together. I'll say that. I'll say our mayor is doing a great job for what he can, for what he's working with. I'll say that our rappers I do.
What is Brandon Johnson? What's his name?
You got me messed up. You threw me off now. I almost said the other man's name. I know that the organizations, from what I know, from what I've seen, are trying to make moves toward not being in that so much like that. And what we're gonna do? Get mad at the kids? Oh man, y'all want to get mad at the kids? That's bull. I'm not gonna get mad at no kid jumping around talking about shooting guns. And your uncles taught him that when he was young and didn't tell him all sides of it. I'm mad at this nigga. I'm mad at them. The first thing they know is a gang. The acceptance is there. You've been calling them dumb at home all the time. These other kids call them smart. You call him stupid at home all the time, but he go hang with them. He's smart G, because he can figure out how to count money backwards or figure out how to, not knowing how to equate that to a regular job or a regular hustle or a legal one. But for over there, so now that dude's moving up. You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna go over there and tell this young king to change his ways when y'all didn't talk to him earlier? So I don't give a fuck where nobody at. Like, I know how to talk to people. I know my place in regard, and you can't come from that. We used to be like, you have an old man come outside and say, y'all better all shut the fuck up, or what about how about them up? And we got quiet. You remember that day?
Better get quiet.
Or that mama come outside, y'all better not shoot. You let him go home. Break this fight up right now. Do you remember when the police was a threat? Remember when people say, I'm gonna call the police? Oh, get the fuck out of here. No, I'm not gonna be like, call them.
But even back then, though, we really didn't have to call the police.
You see how I deflected from that whole Chicago question, though, right?
Yeah.
Hey, man, if you in Chicago, just try to have a good time. Go out during the day. I don't know what to tell people, man. People just don't agitate me. And we don't, I'll tell you this, I don't think we live in that city. Chicago is not one of them walk down the street, people see you and want to just bother you, like bang on you type. I don't think you like you say, if you're in the wrong neighborhood, you look off. You look like the police. You look uncomfortable over here. Why would I want you over here? People leaving bombs and putting diseases places, and people, if you ain't from around here, then wait, let's have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? We never had no board meeting for it. You right here, right now. So I'm sorry, I have to get that out the way though, too.
Man, let's talk about Hollywood for a moment, because you've been doing your thing in Hollywood for a moment, for a minute. So when you think about Hollywood, you know, you got people who will either evolve or they're gonna fake it, right?
Evolve or what?
They're either gonna evolve or fake it.
Got it.
Right. So when you think about, you know, your time in Hollywood, what is the thing that you seen go down in Hollywood that you wish you had not seen, or you wish you had not discovered? You know, what's a revelation that you discovered in Hollywood that you wish that you had not discovered?
That's a hard one, because it's like, I don't think I've been allowed in a place. I think I'm so offbeat that I haven't been allowed in a place for a long enough time that anything would be shown to me, or I felt like, everybody know I don't do no dope. You know what I'm saying? Just started smoking weed 5 years ago. Thank God for that, because man, who knows what I'd have been, you know what I'm saying? And I know it sounds weird considering the history of my family and the addiction being hereditary, but I'll say Hollywood, it was pretty quick for me, you know what I mean? Because I was so used to hustling. I don't think no one gave me anything, so it was so hard. Like even the things I seen that people tried to, I never was so accepting, because I didn't want to ever owe nobody nothing. I've always been like that, so it's hard for me to take things. Even if people were like, oh, I'm gonna give you this, I was like, of course you are, I'm talented. You're not giving me nothing. You're not giving
Right.
me nothing. Like you're investing in me because you know what the upside is. Like when I'm friends with people, like I can't be, like bottom line is like me being in a conversation with you and being able to talk to you is big, because I listen to you growing up so much. It's like, but and coming on here, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to meet I'm going to do a show at the same time, like, or I get to hang out with Willie D. Like, there's something that comes of this. There's a like, because you're a talented person, and you're talented. You got your platform. You got your. It's like, no one's giving. You're not giving me nothing. I ain't giving you nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I like how that feels, and that's how most of my relationships has been. You know, when I met Lena Waithe for the shot, she talented. She gave me opportunity, but I'm also coming on there to learn. But I'm also bringing the talent of DeRay. When John Singleton called me, he was like, he didn't know where to place me at. He didn't know where to place me. He's like, I heard you punch producers, something stupid like that. I'm like, that's never happened. But it was in the air of it, and I had to accept it because the way I lived before, you'd think I was a nigga that would. So how am I not? It's like me being, and no disrespect to any of the women or whatever, but it's like me being a hoe before on the block, and then now you see me married, and one nigga go. I mean, it's like it happens. So I gotta either accept all responsibilities of the character I displayed before and move forward with that in my backpack. Not saying, oh, you do. People might say, your past, and let. No. You try to stab a nigga on 20 years ago, that nigga getting out tomorrow, that's gonna come up with your new family. You know what I mean? I'm saying, but it never gave me Hollywood never gave me my only discomfort came in doubt of myself as far as acting goes, because I be like, those actors really put forth so much effort. And I did get slingshotted into Hollywood as far as acting goes. So I wasn't, I have this thing where I'm never ready, but I'm always prepared. And I wasn't.
Well, you got slingshotted, but you didn't get boxed in. That's one of the things. You didn't allow Hollywood to box you in. How did you escape that narrative?
As far as what though? You mean boxed in by?
As far as boxed in with a certain character or a certain thing, like you only do stand-up, you only do acting, you can only do...
Well, I had a while. I mean, my stand-up was very shock value. The shit I talk about, people really didn't. That's why whenever I won't even do it when comics battle with someone who good, I won't even do a miniature versus against somebody if my DNA is part of your set. It's like me battling Corey Holcomb. It's like me battling Damon. Like, let's say All Out Right, we go at it, and I had a great set. My set that night was better than there. Whatever. I'm not a better comic because I wouldn't have been the comic I was had you not existed.
Yeah.
So I think about that a lot as far as it goes. So I'll say humbling moments though, how I was able to not be boxed in is I do try to grow and learn, and so this is a kind of good story. So Jamie Foxx he had Lollapalooza in Atlanta. And I went down there. I got called down there. I don't want to mess up some names, cause so many names in my head. But so I went to Lollapalooza and I got discovered. I was invited to Hollywood and I had a showcase. When I was there, I was like, oh man, Jamie, this Jamie thing, man. I'm signed to Jamie in my mind. I'm signed to Jamie. I'm telling all my family, I'm signed to Jamie Foxxx. What the fuck is that? Jamie had no fucking comedy label. But it felt good to say, So I got there, and I think my expectancy of him, I'm like, yo, this is my route, because with music, it's like that person grab you, and that's what your squad is like. But acting, Jamie's doing a million three things. That was a kind gesture for him to even have that going on. And I think, man, I had a little chip on my shoulder, like, Jamie, I'm out here. So when I finally went and got invited to the basketball game, we had a basketball barbecue, whatever. We played against them, and we having like this mild roast session, and Jamie's destroying me. He's destroying me so mild. He's like, I'm like, my mama. I said, I ain't gonna dunk her because my mama like you. He's like, oh, your mama like me? Tell her come get an autograph. But it's so. So I'm like, man, I need to really impress him. So I'm playing my music. I'm doing everything. And he basically, when he was being himself, he was talking to everyone the same. He's telling a story about him being, I don't know if Jamie even wants me to tell a story because it's his story, but he was telling a story about him being in Texas and these racist people, and he went to play the piano for this old lady. I don't know if you've ever told us before. And he's talking to everybody the same. Now when this moment happens, he's not gonna remember this, I feel weird. B2K pops on the screen on BT. We had never seen him. It's like, and they killing, and Jamie goes, oh, them boys is nice. They gonna go places. First time seeing them out, and now in my mind, I had met them, and I'm like, this is ironic because I met them at a gas station, and they were like, we're a group called B2K. So I got ready to mention that to Jamie. I was like, man. But I stopped myself. I was like, this ain't my moment to have. This is just me having this conversation with you. And Jamie goes, that kid right there, the Marion, he's gonna do this, he's gonna do it. Just saying all the stuff. He said, I think that dude does the music, but he don't know this stuff, but he's saying it. And I'm like, oh. So when he invited me to Laugh-A-Palooza. He did this very thing. He found the talent in those moments. This isn't like Damon Wayans told me one time, I can give you a job, but I can't give you a career. So then all this is happening. And then he mentioned to me also during the basketball game, which I'm all over the place with it, but I talked to him, I said, all you do is characters. I was thinking I was saying a slight thing. I thought I was being, he said, because I'm this hood comic. I'm about to do my movie, my mama on drugs, and I'm like, you do comedy. He said, if you're not in that game, he said, if you're not willing to be characters, you're never gonna make it in Hollywood. In that basketball game, real quick, he said it. If you're not willing to do characters, you ain't gonna never do comedy anyway. You ain't gonna be all right anyway. And I was like, all that thought process, and I got home and was like, damn, I gotta really do it. So after that, I started doing everything. I don't forget what year that was, but if you watch anything I've done, I did every movie. I did Who Made Potato Salad. I did from that to Scary Movie 4 to, I was like, I gotta give it a character. Once again, hoping that Jamie would see it and remember. He discovered me. No, but I'm saying, this is all down to Jamie. Jamie's fault. But I think that kept me not being in the box by following those directions. And not saying other people hadn't mentioned it to me, but it's, you can tell your kids do something a million times, but when that one person tell them in that one moment, that great person that speaks the same frequency says it, for them to pick it up, then they get it. It don't have to be said by you in particular, but as long as they get the message. So I think that helped me not be boxed in. Those moments, he not gonna know it or feel it, but it was like, a lot of other people told me things, but that was probably one of the main things, because I was really set on never being corny, because I'm light-skinned, green eyes already. I gotta prove myself tough all the time. I was like, damn, no, I'm in the business of winning games. I gotta go play. I'm on a different squad, and that was I was in the G League, and now in order to move up into this, I have to be able to aspire to be great and move into these different characters and be willing and of comfort, of course, because I do have a family. I do have people that were bad on drugs. I do know a lot of homeless people. I do know all my, what I mean? So I try to not be as dark with those bits. Like relationships is different for me because I was burned, I was hurt, I was hard. My heart was broken. My heart was halfway in Chicago, halfway over here, you know what I'm saying? And I always thought that was gonna be, I always thought I could say whatever I want to say about love because that was my strongest point. Me and my relationships, the queens that loved me, I was like, I could say what I want about this because I know it. And even in those moments. But in youth shit, we're gonna tell, it's like telling Eddie Murphy, that motherfucker Eddie Murphy used to go the fuck off, but now he made his shift. He saw his family, made his shift, and he might go back to it now, but he's already done the job in all those arenas. So I want to be able to do that job in all those arenas, and I think that transition was important.
Being someone who makes a living being funny, how do you navigate being serious in a relationship, especially a serious relationship? How do you navigate being taken serious?
I mean, the people around you know you. I think comedians are some of the most tormented, hurt souls in love. Because I cannot pretend like I don't take a serious moment and at some point try to make a joke or go into my comedic ways to soften whatever conversation we're having. But the women that love comedians have pretty much the hardest job on earth. Because the world wants to see you laughing and happy all the time, and she sees you come home and say, "This motherfucker got the part, I didn't get it. This motherfucker I didn't get it. This nigga stole my joke. I can't
Right.
You laughed at that nigga." They got all that. Now me myself, mine is always about honesty. So if everyone's honest as they could be, as far as if they do like somebody, let's address it. But the problem with that is people want. Okay, this is someone gets all of this. This isn't any relationship. They get all of this water in any relationship. They get all this water, right? And then you're like, you get all that water if you love me this way. And they're like, oh, well, I don't love you that much that way, but I want to keep all the water. So they won't ever tell you what all's going on, where they've been pouring the water at, or who they've been giving and refilling it with, because they want you to believe So it's a different vibe. It's like someone wants to give you. It's so difficult for me to say. All right. People want all the good things, but all the bad things they're always in constant conflict with. Like they want the good things when they want them, and as far as a comic, you're not gonna always be happy. You're not gonna always be, And it's hard for you to tell someone you love when they're watching you make the world laugh, and then you're making them upset. So like if you make all those people happy and find a way to make them happy, why can't this happen at home? You're like, because this is home, because this is the one place, where I should be able to be sad. I'm like, they don't want to see you like that. They want to see how the world sees you and greater than that. And that's how, in any instance, I think. But there's always a like I said, people want you to be funny, they want you to be funny, they want the clown, they want the clown. People want the beast, they want the beast. Like you're out, you don't want your friend, like, oh, he's gonna act a fool, man. I don't wanna bring him with me because he's gonna fight everybody. Everybody got a friend like that. Then you get ready to go to that place that's kind of rough, you be like, hey, you wanna go with me? Now you want him with you. You didn't want him with you when it was the nice place, because you know what I mean? And that's what it is with comedy. Like you gotta accept, it gotta be all of it. You got to be the beast, and it has to be in those two areas serving as the world. As a comic, it's just not. You get both. It's not easy. It's not. You don't navigate, because you never know when you're going into your moments where you're like, I'm not. I don't think there's any comic who's exactly where they want to be. I don't think it's any comic, and I could be wrong. Like some comics who are really good, but I mean comedically, we're always striving, we're always seeing. I always tell my good friends, I let them know when I'm jealous. I'm like, I'm jealous of that joke, or I'm jealous of that, or you booked that, I'm jealous, like, because I'm not afraid to say it. People like, I don't want jealousy to be taken in a mean way all the time. Like, you just jealous. I was taught that jealousy is just like, really is just an emotion, and you're able to give that in a moment. And if you say it out loud to someone, then it's no malice in it. It's like, dang, man. Like, dang, bro, I wish I'd have thought of that. I tell Deion Cole that all the time. I wish I'd have thought of it. You know what I mean? I was fucking, damn, where was I at when you thought of that?
Yeah.
So. But I think as far as the navigation goes, and it's hard for me to say it, being that of which I'm him, rather than talking to someone who's going through it. Because they'll be able to tell you if loving a comedian is amaze or amazement, amazing or amazed. They'll be able to tell you which days.
Have you had the moment where you were in a relationship and you did something that your woman didn't like, and she said, hey, I'm not one of your fans?
every day. Well,
and how offensive is that to hear because your woman,
I've never heard that,
because your woman is supposed to know you.
Yeah, but I've never heard I ain't one of your fans. I heard I ain't one of them little bitches out there. I heard I ain't these hoes. I heard I ain't no. It's always weird when you hear a woman say, I ain't these hoes. You're like, well, I just paid you some money for. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I was a Kanye moment. Apologize, Ye moment. But I've never heard that. I've never heard somebody say, I ain't one of these little fans, or don't treat me. I'm very, whether it be learned as time has went on, I treat my women like I'm their fans. Always a fan of the fact that I just told you all that, and I know how difficult it is to put up with somebody who doesn't.
Let me make a note of that real quick. Treat her. That's pretty good. And
you don't get that serious. You joking, right?
No, I'm joking. That works, but it
works.
works.
Well, why not? Why not? If
you know, one of the other things that I do that works is that I don't ask what my woman can do for me. I ask what I can do for her.
I heard that in the statement, like the country. Like, don't ask what you can do for this country.
Don't ask what your country can do for you, but that's JFK. But I took that same thing and applied it to my relationships. Do not ask what your woman can do for you. Ask what you can do for your woman.
I think when I tell you I've watched men take advantage of situation. I'm talking about, I've watched my mother, and she's just a nice woman. She's loving, and she never really wanted much from men anyway, down to my dad. And financially, she was always going to get it herself. So I kind of wanted to always do something, or take care of women. And I think that I've exasperated a lot of what could have been invested in, because I believe, but it's not just it's women as far as love go, but I have homies that rap. I've been to my friend produced my films, and normally have to go through this whole thing as far as getting things done and paying for it. I said, here it is. Me and another great producer, friend, actor of mine, we ran into a problem where the money wasn't finishing, and I just went, and it was like, here, and I only had that money for something else. Because that's, so I don't explain. I never giving women money, like, and I have, like, I've been in a position where people like, ask your woman, she got money. Ask her, I'm like, my friend, oh, I got friends that be like, man, I remember I had a roommate, he'd be like, man, don't let no, because we over there starving. He's like, man, you over here giving out all this dick. Bitches, make the bitch bring some groceries over here. Make him bring some Burger King over here. I never thought like that.
Right.
Then when I got completely heartbroken, I was like, man, but I never thought, like, I've been interviewed before, and Chicago, we talk about pimp shit. They're like, pimp, whatever, But I'm not. I'm giving my money away. If I'm anything, I you know what I'm saying, I pulled over and handed the prostitute $100 just because, like, here, your baby should be sleeping the bus stop. Let me get out of here before your pimp shoot me.
Prostitute $100? I'm
kind of weird, man. And even the strip club, somebody send me a video, a picture of me making it rain anywhere besides in a movie. I'll tuck it in my hand like a drug deal and hand it to him and say, you did a very good job.
Yeah, man.
No lap dances. If I got a lap dance, I was like literally, like, they're like already over me. I'm like, okay, like I'm just more like, I see you tomorrow. Like, not saying I'm very, man, I love women, man. All shapes, sizes, beautiful, but I'm very like, I don't mind, man. And then people, was it tricking? It's not, that's what it is now, but I thought it was chivalry. Even knowledge, like sitting and talking to somebody for 30 minutes and you feel like I could help them get to a position where they're better in life with your woman and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because it makes it easier on you if you really think about it. If you really prepare your girl and really put her in a position where you get on money, it's two things. One, it makes it easy for you spending financially if she allows it to. If she the kind of woman be like, no, I'm just keep spending your money. Then you know who you're getting to, right? Secondly, you know why, again, which I just got to that, is you know why they're there. They have their own, they got their money, and they could.
Good point. That is extremely good point. And a lot of guys are afraid to help their woman reach her goals because they're afraid that if she gets that money, that she's not gonna want them or need them anymore. And yeah, I'm the opposite because just like the point that you made.
Well, I don't want to say that I have not been upset that you help somebody and then they act differently, but that's a completely, that's with anybody. That's anyone. Yeah. I'm like, yo, mine not, and I mean, not just financially. I'm like, if someone introduced you to someone does, like, because I always pay homage. Yeah. There's no way I could come down here and say what every step I had to go through to come meet and do your show. Yeah. I can thank you right now, but I have to thank the driver. I have to thank that's who I am. I have to thank G. I have to thank, it's people help you get it together. It's like remembering that. But as far as like wanting your woman to be, my women have always been smarter than me anyway, bro. I have not dated one woman who I didn't even at least think potentially she's gonna be smarter than me. Mm-hmm. Even if I know, like, let's say at their point in life, they don't see it. I see it, so I'll be like, oh man, she don't even see that. Let me tell her, this is what you're doing right now and how you're able to do that differently. So I don't know, man. It's just.
No, I like the way
the hard part is loving everybody.
I like the way you move because in regards
and secondly, real quick, I want these men to start doing better. So maybe I wouldn't have to spend no money. A lot of y'all start working and doing better, and then you can't say DeRay. No, I'm not. You think I want to live in this position? You think I don't want to be used? I don't want to be used. You think I want to be the only man ladies love? I want men and women to have their own. I don't want to, man, for real, man. So my whole life used. How I look, what I make. I'm tired of it, man. The whole day is over for me. I know better about myself now. I know my worth. But I'm not upset with helping with my worth. I don't mind sharing my worth.
In regards to that, though, I the thing is, like, people like you and I, usually, like, when even like a lot of these ball players and celebrities, period, people with money, oftentimes
ain't
you have
giving
to
a
lose
dime.
it. Well, no, my point is that oftentimes you have to really understand, why the woman is there. You have to damn near lose everything before you can really understand if she was really there for you all along. You have to lose everything, and that's one.
Well, what I do like is you spoke of the NBA.
But let me make the point. Let me make the point.
I better.
One of the one of the ways that you can not lose everything and still have her, or you can lose everything and still have her, is that you empower her. If you really want to find out who she is without losing everything, if you don't want to lose everything and find out who she is, empower her. Help her. Like let me help her achieve her goals. And if she stays after she achieve those goals, when she stays after she gets that money, she don't switch it up, then you got something real.
But you know the hard part about that is people talk about time, things you can't get back. So this both sides of it. I'm not telling people go give people all your money and give your woman all your money. I'm saying you gotta have a thought process with it, regardless of the fact, because you can invest all that time and then she take it and they dip off, and now you sitting over there homeless and you like, I'm glad she made it, but I'm glad I know who you is now. And you die. No, it has to be signs. And I'm saying, I'm not saying give it all away. I'm saying if we're doing it the way that we're supposed to do it, because back in the day you had to show a family what you could provide for a woman to even date her.
Right.
Because the father had done so much work, like me. I feel like I've done so much work, and my daughter, she's very smart. Her mom is, my daughter is so smart, but I have a younger one. I can't count her. That's one. Let's keep her out today. Let's keep her out because I'm talking about dating. And she's non-existent in that. The one that is comfortable with dating and being herself is very smart, and she's self-educated, by the way, as far as like how I used to be. I did all the shit. I did all of the things men can do. I did all of the don't motherfucker the dad, don't talk to nigga. I did all that, but she got all that. She knew that already. But as far as her collecting information herself, she's in a good place. I would love for whomever dates her, however way they love each other, to present himself in a way where, yes, I can still help, but financially you guys are going in a good direction, so I don't have to worry as much. That used to be what it was, but now the expectations are different. Someone would ask you for help with their rent, and they just met you.
I ask you to buy their groceries if you meet them in the store. You expect it to.
No, you say, hey, how you doing? She's like, I'll be doing better if you get these groceries, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm stressed out. What you stressed out about? I don't even reply to those.
Crazy, man.
I'm going through it right now mentally. I'm like, I know what that equates to.
Right.
$500.
Yeah. That's a cold game, man.
The men can't do that. You can't hit a woman up and be like, yo, I'm stressed out. She's like, what about this rent?
Yeah.
Disconnected, green text.
Really.
But that is what we're here to do, though. I'm not minding being a provider. I want to be respected as a provider, and if it's something else going, like, how about this? My oldest child's mother, her husband just passed. He passed away about 1.5 years ago. He did a great job, I feel like, as far as my daughter goes, and they did a great job as far as loving her and us all being as family as we could be. There was no, like, I don't want to say family because that would be me taking credit for whatever they built over there. So I would say us all being extended family and being co-parenting, and he passed away. And my child's mother and my daughter's grown, but I feel like there's a responsibility of me to still make sure she's okay.
Absolutely.
So I check on her. My daughter's grown, but I have to make sure she's okay.
But
she made sure I was okay. But the thing is, the way that got me here wasn't because I thought this already. It's because she raised the boy how I was and showed me a way. You know what I mean? So in that she like and she could have dipped, she could have did things all kind of ways, but she gave me enough grace to know what man I'd become, hopefully being this man I am now. And luckily she's allowing me to participate in her life when she don't have to talk to me. And I love that I'm able, because she can talk to my daughter. That woman talked to my mom when I couldn't. That woman talked to, so that's what I mean as far as like still stepping up. Like she ain't like, oh, buy me bags, buy me purses, but that if she does need something, or if I need some, conversation or talk to my daughter wise, that's a great relationship to have. So that's what I mean.
Where did this grace and intent thing come from you? Like, where was the seed planted? Is this some childhood, or is this your evolution?
I'll be honest, it's evolution. it would be a lie to say that since I was a kid, I was around anybody who would ever tell me about love first. If we think about it. Because if you tell somebody about love and who they're dating or don't have sex with, you're 11 years old, don't be out there freaking instead of being like, oh, little man, get some action. It does something to you, you know what I mean? So growing up, you start seeing it happen to boys, or you start seeing gentlemen, and you see yourself in a club, that fucks you up. If you see a guy out and he's like, man, shit, my friend, you be like, well, we were never like that, but enough of it to see, like, dang, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What made him act like that? What made her react like that? How do I find a common ground within my mind first? Because you can't just say it to the world because your thoughts are not that of which of everybody else. But I think that it's more, it was slightly an epiphany. Told you I started smoking weed not so long ago. And I realized I was really, because I try not to do this because it's still revisiting things, but me and my mother's relationship was cool, but never the way that I would have wanted it to be. So when you dream in your head and your dreams are regular stuff, then you get thrown, you know? When your dreams are like common shit that black people shouldn't have to dream about, you're like, oh man, I could take my mom on vacation. I could have been financially, but where we were, I couldn't. And I was like, damn, this is fucked up that my dreams about my mom are not. People dream about their mom with like, we gonna go or we gonna be in Mars. Just the crazy part that my dreams are things that are really some people's just actual reality as far as, and I was like, I need to put myself in a position where I can have a conversation with her, help her, realize who she is without being upset about it because who knows how she got there. Manipulation of, I'm not trying not to throw nobody else under the bus, the men she's dated, some in particular. Taking all that in account and not accountability, just in account. Because accountability would mean I have to deal with it and it's not for me to deal with. And I think I was like, man, I could do better every day. I could do this better. I could do that better. I could have conversations. I have my moments because I'm an older gentleman, man. I've been living a long time. I'm finna sit up here and let motherfucker walk all over me. You know, keep the turning up. You know, equalize. Don't be the goddamn, who ate my goddamn pie? I'm still gonna be that forever. Why my shit ain't right? When it come down to just talking to her, I just do my best. I do my best because the more we're able to discuss things, the more I'm able to understand why I felt what I felt when it was happening. The black man, when we get to sit down, your mama ain't want to hear about no damn therapy. Our mamas ain't want to hear about no fucking, our mama ain't want to take us to the regular doctor. Talking about some therapy, nigga. But I think that those moments were a gradual effect to where I'm at now. Just not want to be mad about things I literally cannot do nothing about. And I try to tell people all the time, like, bro, it's nothing like being like, fuck it. You know, and I think that helped. With the thought process we talking about, the women, with everything else, I think, fuck it.
Is it fuck it or more like denial?
No, fuck it is, you can't do, like really, we dwell on things, man. Personalities, people, our past, allowing it to become obsession, and it stores itself in certain parts of your body and your mentality and your memories, and it's triggered. And these are words. Think about the words we using now. Like, bro, trigger only meant what it meant when we was young. You know what I'm saying? Trigger. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, you know what it is. You didn't have there's two sides. One, you didn't have these words to use, and secondly, back then, nigga, if you had them, then would you be who you are now? If you knew you were just stressed out when you was rapping, I was going, you know, like, no, somebody came through, and who knows? But so it's that side of it. I don't think it's denial, because who's denial? You can't. No, that pretty much answers itself, because it's literally fuck it, because you can't deny it. You can't. You can't deny that these things didn't happen, or that you grew up a certain way, or that you didn't notice drug abuse early, and you didn't want to sell drugs to get your family out the. sell drugs to get your family out the hood. You know what I'm saying? Just for you to go to jail, nobody be nowhere. But I'm saying, like, nah, so you can't start doing denial. Because I rock with it. I rock with all of our history. I rock with all of the fucked up stuff that happened. I rock with the good stuff that happened. Yeah, I did a double flip. I did a dare, double flip off of a garage to do a double flip. Did I know how to do it? Nah. What's the good part? Nigga, when I landed, nigga, I did a double fucking flip. I was the only nigga in the hood that did it. And I learned it, you know, I went practice. I was like, I can actually do the shit. I'd have never did it had I not been dared. So, you know what I mean? So no, I'm not in denial of none of that. I know what you, no.
Success have brought you a lot of stuff. It's a lot of opportunities, a lot of access. What has success taken away from you?
Time. Success also, as you're celebrating, you're trying to celebrate other people, I think there's a bitterness that you try not to taste because you see people enjoying what you work for and you're not able to sometimes. That sends us into this place where we're like, damn, where do I go from? Where do I mentally go while everybody's on the beach because you're working? Like I said earlier about where's my beach? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So just time-wise, I think, because you want to be more successful for the people. If you truly, I mean, some people are just ambitious and want to be famous. I've never wanted it. I felt like that. I was like, this is like winning. I like sports, and this is a sport, and I like that I could still hoop. I like that motherfuckers can't guard me. I love it. Yeah, so it's like I'm still hoop. Like, talk your shit, but nigga, we go hoop. It's a wrap. Like, I don't give a fuck how good. I don't give a fuck who your GOAT is, who your greatest is, and these people I look up to, are fans of. But I go hoop though. I'm gonna play. So, and I think that some people, you know, but I never wanted to. There was an interview with this guy. I won't say like he's nobody. It was Raymond Lambert, who owned All Jokes Aside, and he was like, people have told me there's gonna be famous. He said sometimes I'm wrong. He's like, people who walk say I'm gonna be famous. Like DeRay Davis came to my office, like, I'm gonna be famous. And I was like, He said, and he was, I was wrong. And I'm like, no, that ain't what happened. But I don't mind you telling your side of the story. What happened was I told you I was the shit. And I was. I told you I was on fire. I told you I had never seen comedy like mine before, and you hadn't. That's why you didn't understand it. You never heard nobody talk about relationships. Nobody ever been married and divorced and on stage at that age talking about bitches. When people ain't say that shit. People expect me to talk like that, look like that. Light-skinned nigga talking about, so shock value, which I learned. Because I went up there and Bill Belly, because Bill had his position. People had, those slots were taken. So it's like, what do? I go out here and say, my mother was on, I go out and tell my truth, my moment, and hope people laugh at it and just freestyle crazy. So I wanted to let him know that you ain't never seen nobody like me. Not saying that I'm gonna be famous, I'm telling you I'm good and you should book me. That's what the conversation was. The fame, yeah, that comes with me being it's like everything else. It comes with it, but that ain't my goal, never. I want people to know I was a good artist, I could rap, I'm one of the best comics ever, and say it, just say it consistently. And don't ever say nothing, don't never doubt. There's nothing else I wanna be. It was good. Fatherhood, being a good dad, that's their discussions to have, and them to have with other people, other children. That's not the discussion to have with the world. That's not a discussion unless they want to. If they want to, that's up to them. But I'm saying, like, I can't say I was a good dad because they're the kids who are. I can say I'm the best dad I try to be, but I can definitely say I'm the best comic. You know what I mean? That's mine. That's mine. I'm the best comic. I'm the best actor in this moment. I'm the best host in this moment. Best rapper in this moment. I treated everything like rap from the jump. People said I was weird for bragging. I was like, it challenged me. If I say I'm good and consistently I'm good, that means when you consistently say I'm good. That means when you see me, I gotta be good. So I apply pressure to myself, not you. People don't see it like that though. It sounds braggadocious or it sounds cocky, but it's like, bro, I'm applying pressure. It's a one-man sport for the most part with me and a microphone. And then look at the greats. I gotta follow people who didn't have music to go up here too. So didn't have, Red Box and them just went on stage. Like, I gotta keep all that in mind. Like, how do I become greater every day? So the fame, nah.
Who's out there that's great, that actually once you met them, somebody that you actually admired, once you met them, you said to yourself, he or she is even greater than I thought they were?
Well, Jamie was
as
one.
a person.
Jamie was one. This is transparency. Who did I ever think? Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell's a great person. That whole set, Woody Harrelson, Will Ferrell. The set of Semi-Pro, I would say I met some of the most, because come on, man, it's Woody Harrelson, it's Andre 3000, and Andre, I remember Andre was really quiet at first. And then we got the roasting just a little bit. Me and the basketball players, all of us got the roasting, you know. And he started roasting a little bit. Then he got
Andre started roasting?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And we never expected. Yeah, there was another dude there named Bird who Dre really, like they kind of was the same level of roasting, so he was kind of go at it with him, and then he started moving on us. But it was just good to see that happen. So as far as just mean people, man, I've met. I'll say no one's disappointed me because
really?
Because I don't expect you to not be yourself. People have ran up on me and people treat you a certain way, and you be like, you might have a reaction to it, and that person go tell somebody you're mean when you like, literally, man. My daughter says she's sick, or mom. People don't know what you're going through, so I'm in a place where I know people go through things, and I get to meet them as, first of all, I'm always tell people I was a fan. People I was a fan of. That's off jump. I'm a fan, you know what I mean? So no one's disappointed me I could think of at the moment that I felt like I even invested so much into that they were able to disappoint me.
Okay.
I've heard things about people, bad things, and then I've met them and be like, that person's fantastic. And I don't want to say who those people was, because they're gonna be like, who talks shit about me? But I've met people, they say it's gonna be harder to work with or a certain way, and I'm like, nah, this was pretty easy for me.
You know, that does happen, and I think that's happened to me more often than not. But the flip side of that coin is there have been people that I was warned about. And so I try to keep my distance from them because I've heard it from reliable sources, like a number of people, not just one person, but several people, right? So, you know, I try to keep my distance and, you know, I end up meeting this person anyway. And everything that they said about this no good, uncivilized mutt was true. Like,
well, that happens
horrible
too.
person.
It's not bad. Warning labels for things like what we talked about that too, right? We said earlier that whoever you were before, like let's say you was that person, but then when you met them, they were different. You've been warned about them. Now when they get to meet you, they get a chance to either change their ways and show you a different person of who they are. They can be that same person and continue on that narrative. They chose to continue on that narrative, therefore, that's your thought process for them. That's not gonna be the thought process of people who meet me again. It's not gonna be the thought process of someone, you're not gonna ever talk to the DeRay who does not know he was hurt or even taken advantage of or how talented he knows he is, how cocky. I'm still be confident, but now it doesn't have to come out of my pores because I've proven it enough times. And I fought to be in the position I'm in, but you're also not gonna meet someone who's gonna get angry because you DM'd a girl I've never, the dudes be mad about, I've never, ever written a man about a woman in my life.
Neither have I.
I've never, and I've been written, I've had voicemail, I've never walked up like, you talking to my girl?
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
If I do, have I slighted? Oh, I'm a super slighter. Am I the slight one? I'm slight. You mean would I be around both of us and I might know something y'all know, I know, and I go, you know David, right? Y'all know each other. Don't worry about that. That's
yeah, I ain't never did
that. That's more. You know what I'm saying? That's more. Hey, don't. But I'm still here. You get it? Like I didn't act like I didn't. It's more like. Now, when I was about 18, I may have walked very far to have a conversation with a gentleman. When I was young, he had to have a conversation, but other than that, but never. I think it's funny. I've always made comedy of it, and to say the names would be just rude. But I've always, like, I had somebody call me one day, and he's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Hey, man." I said. He said, "I'm up here watching your special." I said, "Is it good?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "You by yourself?" He said, "Yeah, just me and whoever's with him." I said, "Hey, stop teaming my girl, nigga." Now, what'd you say about the special? I said, that's what you say about the special? He's like, who your girl? Like, nah, don't worry about it. I just want to let you know I know nigga. Like, tell me what joke you like that. Because it's just the personality of me. Because if I don't express it, I just want people to know, like, people think you don't know things. And we can make, it could just be, but my mom was like that too. My mom was so slick. My mom was the kind of person, she'd trick you into a whooping. My mom would be like, oh my God, who spilled this Kool-Aid for me? I was gonna throw this on this carpet. You'd be like,
Yeah, that's a cold one right there. Hey, you spoke to the pain earlier. Can you speak to how, you know, having that sexual experience early on in life affected your relationships going forward?
Well, the fact that as you get older, you equate sex to love. You're like, this person loves me because this is what people make in love. Remember, I come from a world they be like, cover your eyes. When you remember, you go to your grandparents, cover your eyes so you don't watch it. And then now you open your eyes a little bit. Now it's for sale. Now it's everywhere. Now it's you be on Twitter, you be on one thing, and it's like, come on, man, you. And what do? Say, don't do it. They say, don't watch it, but. I think that the classes that we take should be separate when you're in school first, just to talk about, just separate as far as like like sex ed. Just
and
the actual
what
organs.
age should those classes begin?
Now? Well, considering that cartoons are tongue kissing, considering I could say something from the Bible that I'd probably get canceled for. Ain't that crazy? I could say a phrase from the Bible and I'll be canceled for a phrase from the. So I'd say it's up to the parents, but that's hard, right? Because what are the parents doing? If it's the parents doing some crazy shit, or if they're not stable mentally, can't leave up to the government. They're gonna sell it even younger, because why not? Because if the more, so the porn industry funds the other industry, funds the other industry. Not to get in trouble, let's keep whatever the age it's at now, but just to separate it. And then just for the knowledge of what reproductive is, and so people can understand that part of it. Because if you take that part and make it important again, then how much babies cost after that, then what can happen to your body in certain instances. From the girls, see, if the girls learn on themselves what they're saying about the HPV, the things like that, boys ain't in there making it difficult to learn, or they're already, you know, feeling a way while they're staring at somebody talking about sex ed, and here I am talking about sex ed, but I'm looking on my shoulder, looking at the girl behind me, like, if I'm in there just focus on us and what we learn from it, I think that helps. And you mentioned how, like, relationships, anything you do as a kid, like, realistically, it's molding us. When do you learn this? Let's talk about what molding is, first of all. Molding of the body. Your head gets molded. Your teeth come in. You get your second set of teeth. That's it. 2 sets of eyes. They're getting older. They're getting stronger. Your body is itself. So your mind is the same. When is it most strong? When are you learning your ABCs? When did you learn your math? When you learn how to write cursive, which they don't teach anymore. So all this stuff has to be in your head early on. And who are these teachers in these instances? How are they picked? How are they chosen? Who delivers this information in a way outside of the parents that doesn't seem like they're trying to lead you or lean you in a different direction? So that part is kind of hard. But I'll say that definitely, if you started sexual experiences young, you're gonna run into these walls, ironically, walls, get it, become a comic. But you run into these arenas and areas that you're just gonna feel gray a lot of times, because you're like, this was that, maybe this is that, maybe this is, you know. But it also made me strive to want to be married early, which still didn't work out, but I did. Was like, yo, I can't be out here like this. I was only 19, I'm out here bad, man, I'm out here home. Yeah.
How many times have you been married?
Once.
Only once. Would you do it again?
Would I get married? Like you said, when I said the things I dream about are things like acceptance is important, as far as like acceptance of all things. When you love someone, you have to love the things they love and what got them where they are. Why do you love them? Like, why do you love this woman? What got her here? You gotta accept all that shit. You gotta be like, yo, she wilded out. Oh man, she's out there, huh? But you get it. If it wasn't for Cuddy, what Cuddy say? If it wasn't for me, what do you think she learned how to? So you can't be mad at that man. That he wanted you around there. So it's acceptance is a big thing with everything. So you gotta be willing to sit down, and people say don't talk about your past, but you gotta talk about your past. Why do you feel this way? A lot of things will have to be on the understandings as far as like, because I'm really in it for love. If we're doing this, because we're letting a lot go. Whomever it is, we're both letting a lot go as far as like dynamics, who we are, what your lifestyle is. Whenever you marry someone, you're sacrificing parts of how you lived, and those parts of how you lived is why that person loves you. So it's kind of, finding that moment. And I don't know, as hard as I work, where I'll be able to give someone what's necessary to truly love them in a way they deserve. Because I don't know when I'm gonna stop running. I don't know when I'm gonna stop playing, shooting. I don't know when I'm gonna stop hooping. I don't know when I'm gonna stop. I love, like, comedy. After first heartbreak, I was like, I married this, you know what I mean? I always apologize to comedy for cheating on it. You know?
Yeah.
I'm like, I cheated on you to get to the things I'm doing is cheating on comedy. Because if I was a real comic, every night I'd be up. But I'd be on stage every night. Every night I go somewhere, but I don't. I'll be cheating on comedy with the club, cheating on comedy with ladies, cheating on comedy with the alcohol. But I love the thought. I love the thought of people who are married and they could live like that, and that's cool. It's cool for them. I love how people love. It's cool for them. Like, I don't think it's. I think a commitment before God is a very strong commitment, rather than a commitment between people who love each other and together committing to each other, rather than making it so difficult with putting these titles on it and making it uncomfortable and making it. I want what someone else wants. Like, if somebody wants to, if they bring that up or say it, then we can. I'm always open for discussion, things like that. But I don't think nobody want to marry me. I don't think nobody want to marry me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think a lot of.
That's a good way to put it, right? Nobody want to marry me, right?
I think a lot of women want to get married. A lot of women like the idea of marriage. They just don't want. They don't like the idea of being a wife.
I know my sister. I have a sister that loves being a super wife, and I got another sister that if he go crazy, he better not say nothing. Just go be it for him. You know what I mean? You just never know until you're in it, and that's the scary part as far as any of it goes. Because who set the standard? That's what I'm saying. As far as what the love is in a relationship, and who should talk a certain way. Who wears the pants in a certain way? How is it supposed to be? Because I grew up listening to all that. You know what I mean? So I kept the part as far as the chivalry goes, and a man being a man. But as far as like being in his house myself, so sort of like all that shit. Like, and I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't want that done to me. You know what I mean? I don't want to put no. I want you to be who you are, I love you are, but marriage is a beautiful thing. Like, there's a lot of things that some people don't get married at all, been together and been crazy successful. Oprah married?
So, yeah.
Oprah ain't married, right?
No.
Hey, man, that's happy.
So if your woman wanted to, let's say y'all chilling and y'all.
She just proposed out of nowhere?
No. Let's say you and your woman chilling, y'all watching television. Y'all kicking it, eating some popcorn. It's, got the fireplace going and everything. And all of a sudden, she looks at her phone and say, I gotta go. She take off like in the middle of the night. You cool with that? Or is that what a boundary? Is there any boundaries?
Oh, that's what you. I was wondering what happened. I'm like, what happened? Is everybody all right? No, man. I think these discussions we're having, like, then I mean you, me and this person I haven't already included all this we're talking about, which I mentioned earlier with the water. Okay, you got all the water because you want to go where? I can't give you all the water no more.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I can't give you all the water.
Yeah.
I love you for who you are.
Right.
But me giving you all the water is unfair because you're not, I can't give you all the water. I need this is, but I love you and that's who you are. But if you expect me to give you all the water and I can't,
you don't deserve
and
all
I wouldn't
the
want
water.
that from. I wouldn't want that from you.
What kind of relationship did you have with your father?
It was what he wanted it to be. You know what I mean? It's better now because I make those things happen. I control your comfort is your own, regardless of your father, your mother. Your comfort should be your own. And I'm not angry. I have this weird balance inside that's kind of like, you can't be mad at me if I don't do something. I don't show up. Like my dad would be like, "Oh man, you can't come over here." I'd be like, "Nigga." You know what I mean? Hey man, all right. Because he'll know that there was some point. And I'm not using that as leverage. It's like, don't do that though, because I'll come when I get over there, and I know all that. I think about all that comes with it. I'm gonna get over there. We cool. We're gonna eventually talk about my mom. I don't want to talk about that. If you don't bring it up, I'm gonna bring it up.
Is he still bitter?
No, my dad ain't never been mad though. He ain't never been he not like that. He ex-vet. He just not like that. He just was a Swain, you know what I'm saying? He out here. Big Tony out here, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of us. A lot of kids. He had a lot of kids. And
your dad's name's Tony? So you're a junior? And Tony?
He got 2 juniors, I ain't one of them.
Oh.
He got 2 juniors already, about 2 different, he got 2 juniors.
Okay.
I ain't a junior, but I was close because he told my mama a different name. Look, bro, don't make him get in trouble right here. She said my name. Oh man, he was very R.I.P. to Dorothy folks. His wife who just passed away. She's like a mom to Dot just passed, but he was married to Dot and my mom. He said, but he always would tell. She said he would always tell him that Dot was crazy, and then she'd show up. She was a little firecracker. Of course she was. She married to the man. He like, no, I ain't. But he was. And then she just told me the story, like actually a month ago when she passed away. She was like, she was hurt. And I was surprised because my mother never gave me any inkling that they had been talking or speaking from my mind, last thought process I had, which I was into it. She's hurt and she's like, oh man, I was just talking to Dorothy, you talk on Facebook. I was like, what? Why you never tell me how to? Because I was purposely doing Thanksgiving a certain way, having people show up a certain way, thinking they not, and the whole time they've been communicating, but I'm also not the easiest person to get in touch with or talk to about that. Plus, when she talks to me, she probably won't talk to me about what she needs to talk to me about, so I don't want to, I can't not take responsibility for whatever my part was in not getting this communication either, but I wish I would have known because I just would have been happier, you know what I mean? That knowing that Tony, they didn't wreck nothing, they still good. Cause me and my sisters we all great. My sisters stay mad at me anyway, but it'd be about some bullshit. They ain't never mad for real. They mad like, I'm bad at remembering, I remember birthdays, but I'm bad at remembering like christenings and all that stuff. Cause I'm like, I ain't got no Christian, I don't know what the Christian is, but what you need, $200? Like, let me send something for the Christian, let me pay for something, cause I just gotta go to work. But, so my dad, yeah, he was a little crazy man.
Oh, so he passed?
No, he is. Well, he is a crazy man. We just not as crazy.
Okay.
So he was a crazy man. He's not. He's very mild.
I got you.
He's very mild. My dad is also now handing money in a strip club like this. He's like I did. He folds it up and hands it. He's not much of a.
So you don't ever remember him sitting you down and like giving you a
teach
life
me how to
lesson?
kill a dog by sticking my.
It's just giving you.
You stick your arm through the throat and you choke it if it tries to bite you.
Any lesson.
How to make a slingshot. How to make a 3-prong slingshot. I could build a deck. I can throw a knife from about 10 yards out. I can. everything I can do, like, I can lift a gold wing if I knock it over in less than probably 20 seconds. Because I knocked over his bike one time, I had to get it back up. I can, I put armor on his tires too on accident. I didn't know you weren't supposed to put armor on motorcycle tires. He came back in, you trying to kill me. Yeah. I didn't know I was trying to get the bike clean, you know what I'm talking about?
He taught you how to build a deck? That's good. That's good business, man, because you can make some money if you know how to build a deck.
No, you can do everything. Anything like that. My dad ain't really a sit down about.
People make a lot of money.
He don't talk about women. He don't talk about. Him like, yeah, let's talk about girls. Let's talk what you need to do as far. No, he never did that. No one ever did that. My the people that did it that were talking to me like that probably should have been talking to, like Magellan. You know Magellan, Chicago, old school old man Magellan.
No.
Earthquake Magellan. The pimps, Magellan, them. I talk to them guys, Don Juan, like the people I should be conversation with. So my knowledge, even though, and look, I still end up being a simp. Surrounded by all them niggas, and still gave my money away. Was told my whole life not to.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's a simp. I would say that he was being generous. I think it's a difference between.
I want some of it back.
I think it's a difference between being generous and being a simp. You know, like if I rock with you, I rock with you. So, you know, if you need and I rock with you, you know, you got it.
Well, the simp part comes in as you go out and you see that person with the bag you bought him, and now you have no money, you're at the bar, and her and another gentleman join himself, and he thinking he got this rich girl because she got the bag. You over there like this why it's simping. You like.
Yeah, that's probably simping. That's probably gonna fall into the simp category right there. That's bad.
You just pay the rent the first and a nigga over there the second.
Yeah, that ain't.
You outside talking about she like.
Nah, that's that would.
Because if a woman do that, she gonna light your apartment on fire. She pay for your shit.
Yeah, that would absolutely be simping, man. When you look at your career on the film side of things, you've done the Barbershop 1, 2. You did,
and not 3. Thanks, Cube, for nothing.
Was there a 3 yet?
It wasn't 3. They had another nigga. Like they had. Well, it's JB Smooth. So I can't say another nigga. JB Smooth was very talented, but 3 they didn't call me, man. I was kind of hurt. I ain't gonna lie, because I did the first 2 for absolutely Nathan's, but I talked to people. I ended up working. You know, I did.
Yeah.
Hip Hop Squares, Ice Cube's my boss. That was a wonderful time.
How come that ended? Like that was.
When they did it again, they did Hollywood Squares. It always develops. You think it started as Hollywood Squares back in the day.
Right.
Hip Hop Squares was new. They was gonna do R&B Square. They also I think they did Nashville Squares. And then DC did Hollywood Squares. And around the pandemic, it ended. We were gonna shoot one more season, which they paid me for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That was pretty cool. They paid me for that season, and we ended up not doing it. Then I was like, damn, they ain't gonna do another one for sure after this.
Was it good money? Good money? Just okay.
It's real. I'll say this. I'll say I worked hard to get myself a proper precedent. I set a proper precedent as far as like what I should be making.
What your pay scale is now.
And I made, and they paid that. They paid that. But it's, you know, it's a while ago. You know, and also niggas be robbing niggas. I ain't got no money. I ain't don't be thinking, you know, that's whatever you see is what you get. But yeah, man, it was cool. It was I was in the higher threshold of those. I was waiting to get to that Family Feud type vibe. If we'd have did 2 more seasons,
yeah,
this jacket would be newer.
Hey, out of all of the stuff that you do, the comedy, the acting, the hosting, the writing, which one is more challenging to you, and which one pay the most money?
Well, for me, stand-up is always, if I was to do a cumulative of what I've made with stand-up, it's gonna always probably surpass a majority of the films and TV. Because I don't have many things in syndication, so it's nothing where I'm so high in. I'm so much a producer on it where I would benefit from it like that. Mm-hmm. So stand-up is number one. It's the roots. And it's the favorite. Stand-up is number one because it also aligned me to do all these things I get to do. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't be no motherfucking movies and none of that has stand-up and I came, man.
So let's talk about these boots you got on, man. Yep. These Kanye West boots you got on.
The Yeezy boots.
You walked in, yeah, these Yeezy boots, man.
Boots made for stomping.
Are they comfortable?
They are, man. Like house shoes.
Yeah?
They are.
Man,
I dare not hike in them. I don't know what that'll do. My ankles can't take it anyway.
How did you and Kanye hook up?
How did I run into Kanye? Because hookup sounds strange.
Yeah. How did y'all run into
Man,
each other?
so long ago, bro. I was working at the mall, I think, when I first seen Ye. I was working at Evergreen Plaza. GLC worked down the hall from me at another store. Really Dope. I don't know if Really Dope worked in the store then, too. But they were the world record holders. That was the name of the group. And I remember Really Dope gave me, the GLC gave me the CD. Like, we rap. I had to be like 17, 18, I don't know, maybe 19. Went, listened to it, I was like, this shit crazy, world record holders. And I was like, man, it's nice. And then I was like, I want to rap too, you know what I'm saying? I rap. I was like, rap with it. But they had their group. And then out of nowhere that year, I blew up like comedy. I'm not bragging, but just saying I know I got really like comedy just in the circuit of Chicago. Like, and I was like, yo, y'all come down to my, take that back. I left the mall. I always do this.
What were you doing? What were you working?
At a clothing store.
Okay.
I left the mall because I got a promotion to work downtown. So I didn't see them for like a few months. Then I'm telling on myself so bad. My other friend still worked at the store, so I would go visit him, and we would, you know what I'm saying, we had the arrangement with my store and his store. You know, leave it like that. Leon Rogers worked at the other store. We all worked in the plaza. And then I left, went downtown. And I was really rapping there, and I was really, the Bone was popping. I was like, man, I'm rapping like Bone and Twisted, then all this other, man, I'm about to
change my style. You thought you was going to be a rapper?
I said, I'm changing my style. I was always nice, though. So I was changing my style. I was like, I'm changing my style. Ran back into GLC now. I was like, yo, and I'm a comedian. I quit that job, got married. I'm a comedian. They came to see me at my club. TNT Comics, I think, first. No, that was Damon's club. TNT, and then they started coming to Riddles. And then GLC was coming to Riddles, but Ye had moved. He was in like, I think he was in New York at that time. And I hadn't talked to him in a while. And then Bernard Alexander was working with me. And he introduced me to Eric Sermon. So Eric sent me like 30 beats. And then I had this moment like with Def Squad. So I was really like, I'm gonna be Def Squad, John Monopoly heard about my deal. I called him back on a Saturday. I was in Miami. I was working on some, oh shit, I was doing the awards. Then I'm doing the Ozone. And he's like, yo, Ye spit like crazy now. Da-da-da. So he connected me and Ye again. I was like, yo, what's up? Ye on the phone. Ye start rapping immediately. He said hello. He just started rapping. He was so cold. He was like, I said, what's up? Yeah, he was like, I said, what's up? He's like, yeah, man, I heard you working. He said, I heard you working with Eric. I was like, yeah. He's like, went again.
And this is before The Wire.
Before The Wire.
Right, yeah.
Killing it. Now, I'm halfway intimidated because the nigga on the phone rapping, and I'm like, oh, man. So we got the phone. I talked to Eric. And then something happened with Def Squad and J Records. Trying to remember the whole thing, so long ago. I was trying to find my own way. Kept moving through different forms of music. Mr. Cheeks, what else? Talib, we did songs. Just going through New York, just trying to, you know what I'm saying, to Mr. Comedy, still some bars. And then I was in LA, Cootie called me. He's like, yo, what's up, where you at? I was like, I'm at the crib. He's like, yo, me and Ye out here, yo. They told me Ye the next, they gonna put him on MTV. They doing his things, like the next artist. I'm like, where y'all at? Like, we at the hotel, we about to get ready to go studio. Get to the hotel, talking to them. Ye getting his haircut. I remember days like it was yesterday. Ivan cutting Ye hair, Cootie in there, everybody around, like, what we better? We going to studio. Like, well, let's all, well, DeRay got a car. Cause I had won a Laugh Riots, and I had won a Volkswagen. The Volkswagen dealership was next to the Lexus dealership. I won a Volkswagen, clear out, paid off, and was like, put it on that. Now I take that. I got the real. I'm in LA looking like a fresh drug dealer. So nobody know what I do for a living at that time. Like, because deals wasn't, people don't know you got TV deals and shit like that. I'm looking like, you know what I'm saying? Plus I'm dressing it up like I'm doing that stupid youth. Ye jump in the car, we ride, they throwing through the wire. I'm like, shit, this is amazing. I was like, I'm glad I ain't rapping right now, because that was crazy. Get to the studio. Then we're like, we're gonna do these skits, and Ye has these ideas about skits, but back then I'm like, man, I'm the greatest comic alive. I just want to talk shit. So he just plays it, and I go in, and I just start doing the skits, and I did the first skit British. I did because I didn't really know how to talk. I was like, hey, you get in class like, Mr. West, Mr. And he's like, he hated it. It was just whack, over the top, and it was like they were trying to get Bernie, and then they couldn't get Bernie on the phone, something like that. We couldn't get in touch with Bernie, and I was like, let me go try. I had never done it. I've never done it on stage, have never done it, haven't never practiced it, have never wanted to be an impressionist. I was like, let me just try, because I had conversations with him a couple times. Let me see if I could capture it. And I just thought, I was like, Kanye, can I talk to you for a minute? And he was like, yeah. I see him going car, but I can't hear him. So they're like, I'm like, that's how good. They're like, yeah, I'm like, oh my God. So then we,
Now keep going.
yeah, then we did the skits for that album.
No, keep going with the Bernie, man.
Kanye, I talked to you for a minute. I ain't did it so long. Now it's hard to do a period because he passed, and it's hard because I like watching people. You know, if he ain't get no bread from this, like I don't. But Bernie was nice though, man. I mean, Bernie said he nigga had never met my mother. And he one time he was like, "How's your mama? She's doing better?" And I was like, "They never met my mama." He told me two things that stick with me. I always think of the things people tell me to stick with me. I was out one night, and although he'll never understand this either, he'll know why I went out so much because he didn't know the history of my brothers, me promoting since I was young, me equating comedy to that, me knowing how to get the people out. Because that's another thing I beat niggas at because they weren't promoters. They didn't know how to make flyers. They didn't know how to sell it. I know how to sell it. So I was out, and Bernie was like, you need like basically don't be in the club so much. He's like, you don't have to make a choice one day. You don't have to make a choice. You're out the club or the comedy. I'm like, the whole time I'm thinking, nigga, we're in the club together, right? But I'm like, sir, we're in the club together. But he's also Bernie Mac established, he can make those decisions. But I didn't want to tell, he said that was important because I started separating my mind of the two and how to make them work as one instead of them being one thing. Two things working as one is different than so I figured that out. And when I did the Miller Comedy Search, I was really upset I took second place. And my really good friend back then, Marcus Combs, who was fucking brilliant, won. And I knew he was going to win. He was just better than me. He's just better. And not even more seasoned. He started a little bit before me, but just better at I was always all over the place. Marcus won. Bernie brings us back on stage. He said, what a young man who took second. He said, sometimes when you win, you lose. Sometimes when you lose, you win. And back then I didn't understand that either.
Damn, I say that all the time. I thought I came up with that.
No, Bernie said it to me then on that stage. I actually have the recording of it because we filmed it, but yeah, man. But I forgot what we was talking about. We got into Bernie, it shifted, but so that happened, and then that was it, man. I mean, I went and did the second album, getting into the third album. I was supposed to did it. He woke me up at 3 in the morning to go do the skits in Miami. They called me, said, hey, go do the skits. I go do the skits 3 in the morning. Album come out, Chris Rock on it. So
wow,
that ended that for a second. I'm kidding.
You saw Kanye before and after the money, before and after the success. What's the biggest difference besides the money and the success? What's the biggest difference in his personality that you've noticed? Or is there a difference?
With me, no. Before, I talked to him a little bit, and then won't talk to him for a long time. Now, I'll talk to him a little bit, and then won't talk to him a long time. Like, there's not a difference in how he treats me, though, at all. The difference is that back then, my mortgage was due, and although I didn't sign all my stuff right, I didn't know what the album was going to be. You know what I mean? And it did great. I was like, I'm not in that position he knew this, and he just looked out for me. Get it? So and now, if that was the same case, he would, even with me not having his phone number or me not talking to him, if I needed to reach him, be like, yo, this is going on, that would just be done.
Yeah, he strike me as that type of dude that would look out for his people financially, but I just can't get past the crashing out where he throwing black people under the bus and running around with this Nazi stuff and talking about slavery was a choice and shit like that. That's the thing.
I think there's I think a lot gets, and I ain't gonna say, because people gonna take, bottom line is you're gonna take your perception of how you take things, how you take it. I see what I want to see. So I didn't see that. I didn't go looking for that. I'm not looking for that person. I'm looking for the great person who I remember. If they put themselves in a position where I can't see them no more, then I can't see them no more. Whether it be prison, jail, whether it be death, then I can't see you no more. But when I can see you still out, then how do I know what brings that about? I know not one person besides this man that woke up with that much money. I don't know a person, I don't know a white person, nor a black person that woke up like that. I know some niggas that'll wake up and go kill a nigga for $100. That's not crashing out? So they crash out first and then get it. I know some people who win the lottery and win $1 million and lose their mind for $1 million. If you woke up tomorrow and they call you tomorrow, I know you may not be in business, Mr. Willie D, but they call you tomorrow, you find $1 million, you're gonna take a moment back step because you put yourself in a position to be successful, but there's some gonna feel a little bit off and scary.
Well, I actually got to that point, a few years back, right? And when it happened, it spooked me because you think like, man, when I get to that level, how is it going to be? You work so hard, you work your ass off for years and years and years and years.
And who's around you at the time is important too, because who wants what for, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm not gonna make excuses, man. I don't want to, because I know I'm not. This is definitely not a yay. I don't even do. He already know. That's one of the things we're friends, because I don't. Not that I don't care. I just if it's TMZ, if it's something, I might talk about his daughter's album. I was like, she can rap and she can. I just say what I know. Mm-hmm. What I do know is this. As far as being hurt and being thrown off, I will say that I do believe if I was to lose my mom at an ample time in my life, I do not, and it's great, and that we talking about a good relationship, which a lot of us don't have, some of us do, whatever, but a really strong, good, like, come on, really strong. Like, the woman called me to use my quote for her book, like, that's great. She didn't have to do that. She did it. They owned it already. I would be lost, and if I lost my mom, and I think I'm one of the strongest motherfuckers out here. So, and I don't think there was ever a true chill moment. I think it's like death makes us all go. It might sound weird, but if your friend died, you'd be like, when people die during COVID, you was like, man, let's get up and do something. You want to get up. You could barely sleep some nights because you're like, I might not wake. Do that. My friends just ain't wake up. So I think that had something to do with, it's a lie. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a superstar, bro. I'm not you know what I mean? I only can speak up from what I feel is myself is what I would do. And I already know how that would throw me, but I do know if I had some bread that the world finna feel it. Cause y'all fucked with me for so long, cause you ain't believe, I believe the world is gonna feel this moment. Cause y'all told me what about, like, look how she passed. In a world of cosmetic, you know what I'm saying? And how fake is the world? What's real? My whole life gonna be cosmetic now.
Yeah.
So I don't make excuses, but if you were to tell me, they tell me 2 days from now, you went to a thrift store and just motherfucking went off. And I'm like, what was you doing in the thrift store? And I beat niggas. I'm be like, yo, I was just with them out there. I wonder what's the motive behind it. Yeah. But you and the general public are always gonna have, or whoever is not around gonna have their opinions, and you being that a pioneer of this can have that opinion and it not be, you still not out here like, you say, I ain't like that, I don't rock with that. What? That's amazing. That's grace. You ain't like, nah, for what? What's gonna be gained? I remember I walked past one time, I was in Hollywood, I seen a dude with the sign. He's like, Jesus is coming. And niggas was doing it, this is true, it's about 7 years ago. And they like, get the fuck out the street. He walking in the middle of the street. That little crosswalk at Hollywood and Highland. It wasn't a crosswalk then, he just walking in the middle of the street. Get out the street, Jesus coming. 2020 hit. He was out there with the sign. 20 people around him. And they had made the crosswalk. Now I was safe in the middle, and the sign up was like, people taking pictures with him. So I don't know what sign Ye holding up, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I
It's
didn't,
like,
I didn't,
it's like when it happens, like what we gonna do, like if the aliens do come, if like some things people say, oh, the National Enquirer said some wild shit. Now they own.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to cut you off earlier, but just to be clear, you know, when you said, you know, what I'm going to do is somebody, you know, if I wake up with 500 million or whatever, just to be clear, I ain't got no 500 million.
And you know why you had to clarify? Why try to clarify?
Because
of baby mama, baby daddy's cousins, uncles, somebody would have heard the wrong way, and you still felt, did you hear that moment though that you had to have? Now, as an old school rapper, if you was not an old school rapper, if you was, you were old school rapper. If you was, and then shout out to my boy, if you was Rick Ross, you'd be like, they gave me 500 million. Because you in a place in a position, you got 80 acres of pool to protect. But nigga, you gonna see me outside somewhere and think I just said I had $500 million?
Yeah. No, but the point that I was making is that I got a heavy bag, right? When I got to the heavy bag, right? And I thought like, damn, you know, like it was like a moment like where I had to be still. I didn't want to go left or right, front, forward or backwards. I had to be still because it's like, yo, now I got to make sure I protect it. You know what I'm saying? Because
and in that moment,
there's so many people.
But
that
nobody.
get
But I don't know
that.
how people told you wasn't gonna get that.
Yeah.
I don't know how people told you weren't gonna get that.
Well, they probably didn't tell me. They told somebody else.
They definitely told that boy he wasn't gonna get it.
Yeah.
They definitely told that boy. They definitely told him. He wasn't having no reason about the other stuff. Now the other shit, I don't know what the. Come on, man. My whole, I live in the Jewish community. I live in. I'm saying Hollywood. I live in. I'm never. I don't know, and I don't. Mine always tells me my ignorance is my power because I don't research as much as I probably could or should. But then if I do, then my knowledge of. That's why people don't read the Bible. They don't want to be wrong in this situation. So, but as far as just like. Him telling people gonna get that people owe them money. Man, this is different for me. It's different my account. All I know is that for years, if a motherfucker fight on the corner, let's take it as simple as it is. They fight at a club 1 week. Next week they say niggas be fighting there. But do somebody say why you hate all niggas? Why would you say niggas like that? Why don't you say two black men were fighting? That ain't what we talk like. So we do that with everything. If you make me mad, you and all the little white friends over there. People don't know. People want our culture, but don't want to take responsibility for why we talk the way we talk. And now the way we talk could come off as threatening when it's not even threatening. When you open the refrigerator, you be like, your juice missing. You be like, man, I kill a nigga over my juice. That's how. Now say, oh my God, he says he's gonna kill someone over the juice.
Well,
oh my God, stop it.
Now he might even do it though, you know, because
he said I might do it because they know you right.
Man, because today,
come Monday,
like people tripping, man. Everybody mad. Everybody's super mad, man. Family.
And it's called Snap.
Yeah.
Why would they call it Snap? That's exactly what about it. Why would you call it Snap when motherfuckers about to lose? Do that, man.
What? I never thought about that.
The choice is, what the hopes is that people eliminate each other, you know. The poor become so poor they eat each other.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Then they poor eat each other to die, and then they feed the grass that the fat people feast off the cows from.
Yeah.
Rich people. But yeah, man, I love people for who they were, who they are, who they try to become consistently. Because that's what I hope for a motherfucker like me. That's what that's what the system for, right? The jail system's supposed to make motherfuckers better, right? So when niggas not in that, when
it's
supposed to though.
Well, that's what they said.
I'm saying, so while you out and you able to do it, you could do that consistently though, if you and guide people. So I'm never gonna shun nobody that's trying to get it or. What Mike Tyson say? Shit, what if they ain't talk about you at all? He said, what did his wife tell him that time? He said, you mad, everybody. He was like, man, all these people bother me. And his wife told him, he said, if they wouldn't have spoke to you, you'd have. So they talk about the nigga because what else to talk about? I seen a post that said, Ye tweets. And that's all it said. You got big, you got to be for somebody to say you tweet. And you got niggas at home begging with cancel, like, oh, go fund me if you could just. Like, motherfucker dying at home, like, please send me. And you nigga, nobody cares. You got you want people to care regardless of the fact that maybe at some point with everything going on, it'll be, the powers will all be used for good across the board with everybody. But you're gonna make everybody mad.
In regards to death, when it's time for you to go and you ain't got no more, what do you want people to remember you as, like, as far as like, what you stood for?
It's crazy because Dion asked me this the other day, and it was the same question. And when I got home, I had 50 answers. But when I was there, I think I said, I don't remember because it's back to 50 answers. There's no way to sum it up. I can't summarize what I want people to. I think I was really a connection. I think I was a true connection. I think I'm 1 degree of separation on every level of things. I think I'm able to talk to you and I'm able to talk to a doctor that could help. I'm good at that. I'm a liaison. I remember who needs what for a reason, and if it'd be like, you got a carburetor, it goes with this. Like, I was always good at that, and I'm glad that happened. And then being a comedian, I'm able to do it in such a fun way. I think more so what I want to be remembered for is what I'd want to see happen.
And what's that?
So if there was I would rather people never remember who I was at all if my entire family is getting along when I pass. If they would have shaved every thought of what I've ever done, but at that moment everybody's like literally perfect and stable and remembering why we love each other, and then I think I'd be okay. If my friends are super successful, if comedians, you gotta remember exactly where they got it from, but go, there was this guy who did this joke. There was this guy. Who was the guy that, if it wasn't for like that, we just take things for granted, stoplights and stuff, you gotta look up who it was, or you remember who it is because they're black. But as far as like who invented this motherfucker right here, like I like that those moments are remembered like that. And it's like not for the essence of who he was or he's great or his, but I helped. Like I didn't make the whole thing, but I helped. And I've been a moving part consistently through people's careers and Hollywood and say it. It's okay. I know, I brag a lot. I know I brag and say I'm DeRay, but say it. Say where you got it from. Say the style, say the form, say the swag, say that you never dreamt of. When they start talking about the relationship stuff, I stopped talking about it because it's so saturated now and it's not beautiful and it's not what it's not. Then became DeRay got 2 girlfriends instead of being what it was. I was able to sit down with 2 strong-minded motherfuckers and have a conversation and made to get to a point. And people ruin everything. Like it's like but say what the origin is. It's like I say it. Say it so we be remembered. Like that, like in your own way, how do you feel comfortable? But just what component helped put this together? Because I'll never forget.
What's more important to you? Do you think it's more important to be a great man or be a great man or a good father?
How could you? How could you be one without the other?
Well, when you start talking about greatness, usually we talk about accomplishments.
Oh no, fuck that. I'm able to do it through this. That's why I was just having a conversation with the lovely ladies that buried my children. It's like I could not do it. I wouldn't even be comfortable. I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable when my sister's mad at me. I'm definitely gonna be comfortable. My daughter, she don't talk to me, man, but she don't like to tell her business either. She's very quiet either, but if she's ever feeling away, I'm sick. I'm not doing no comedy. I'm usually writing in the back house. I piss off my sister, mom, anybody. I'm in the back house like, what I gotta do? What I gotta do to make you happy? Because I can't not be happy without you being happy.
Yeah, they say a parent can only be as happy as their saddest child.
When the parents was paying, them white folks paying the kid to go to school, and they called him, I was mad. Because they put themselves in a position to be able to do that. Well, who are you? All the kids ain't super smart. But if you put them in an arena where they're around super smart people and you're able to pay for it, that's what it's for. That's what you work hard for, to be able to put your people in positions of power. You mean to tell me like it's about to be a tsunami, and because I worked hard and got the yacht, they're like, no, we can only let our boats this. No, hey, they got the yacht. Let's work for the yacht. Let's work harder for the yacht. That we all got the yacht. Then we can put rules in place. But I get it. But man, that happens all the time. We just come on, man. Your son don't make the basketball team. He about to be crying all day at the crib. Fuck that, coach.
So you ain't got no problem with nepotism?
Is that what that is? What's nepotism? Explain it to me. That's what.
Well, you know, when you give somebody favor because of your association with them, you know, usually I
didn't say association. I said
it has to do with family. Usually, it has to do with family.
Are you kidding? If your family fighting, I'm fighting to be. We're fighting to be. What is it? The word nepotism. Like if I get to a certain point,
right?
My daughter gets to a certain point. Why our kids got to? You do the work,
right? I think
the young people say I can't do the work. What if I wasn't in there? But none of us. I wasn't. Sorry, I wasn't for sure. None of us was. I think I love everybody. I think every parent wants to do well for their kid and get their kid everything. I think the advantage I had was I had to do it myself. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind. I did it myself. How hard it is, and when you do it yourself, how hard it is. You do want to make it easy on your kids.
Yeah, absolutely, and you should. And I think everybody understands that and respects that until it gets to us.
But if your kid has respect, then you can't be upset with it. You get it?
Yeah.
You get it? How are you going to be upset if that child is not only favored by you through God, that he's also a gentleman or she's also a very nice person? It's like, you can't be mad. If they're being an asshole, you know what my dad is? No, but you're like, no, I want to earn it. You still treat them shitty? Cause they pulled up in the Maybach and you the kid got dropped off in the Maybach, what you gonna do?
Well, that's where the jealousy come in.
And jealousy is what formed the words like nepotism, because people wouldn't even think about it if they thought about association of royal blood. If I'm a royalty, my children would be treated royalty. Right. If you are black royalty, you believe you are, then you believe your child is. And if I'm letting my daughter go to the front, you say, my daughter should go too. And I'm like, what did you do? What you do? You say, I motherfucking say 14 kids, just say, I'm gonna say, bring your daughter too, because my money ain't better than that. Your daughter come with my daughter, because you said something, and then somebody's gonna be quiet about it. Very few people are gonna speak up for the nepotism they believe they're just due.
Well, the funny thing about it, nepotism, is that nobody has a problem when we see these historical families passing down wealth and privilege, and including the royal family. They have no problem, like, it's just the way it is. And they even worship them, and they get so excited when they have these little parades and stuff like that, and weddings and things. They're just so happy for them.
And the people that talk shit about it is the same person that are passing there in London. They be like, hey, let me get on your shoulder so I can see.
Yeah.
So I don't care, man. Okay, I don't know if it's nepotism, so let's change what the word is. So I was in Toronto. I'm gonna see how this fits. I'm in Toronto. And I'm getting ready to go to the club and I have my hat on.
Yeah.
They tell me, no hats in the club. I'm like, I'm DeRay. I mean, how many years ago it was, forgot what I was filming, but I'm like, yo, I'm DeRay. I said, bro, he's like, no hats in the club.
Did you have your
My
hat
homie
tipped?
went, no, my homie went, my homie was very, this mild drastic moment. He goes, man, you didn't let him in his hat. If it was Drake, would you let him in his hat? And security said, yeah. And I had to say, respect. So what is that? Because, yeah. And that's his decision because of however Drake made him feel. You get it?
Yeah.
I have not evoked that type of energy from him for him to let me keep my hat shut. So I have work to do rather than be upset that this happened. I took that motherfucker off so fast because he said, yeah. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, well there it is, bro. I looked at my homie like, hey, bro, don't ask nothing else because it's going to get more embarrassed.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like so those moments are important. He worked hard for that. We work hard for what we get to. You work hard to be able to think. I had to buzz in 8 people to get to you up in here.
Yeah.
Then again, you see that? Then when you came to Comedy Club, you walked through one door because I'm not in a position where I have 8 people yet and I need to work. Instead of me being mad and saying next time you come, make sure Willie go through 8 doors. I'm sick of the nepotism. I'm misusing the word now. I know the bucket. Make sure Willie took me through 8 doors. This nigga get 8 doors and 2 pat. No, man, I work to get there. When I get there, then it happens. You fucking lazy fucks. You lazy, no one to go get it ass. Oh yeah, go fucking get it. Man, I got it, so my daughter gonna get it. Nigga, I'm glad you can't pay while we go to college. My young daughter be in Harvard.
Man, you have a great attitude, bro, about life. You have a great outlook on life, man, and I can see why you've been so blessed. You know, you have an absolute, like, great attitude, and I think also that's why you're going to continue to be blessed because of that type of energy.
Say get out there. I was about to give her the middle finger. I was like,
yeah, because of that energy that you put out there, the universe definitely returns that to you.
Thank you. Nothing's easy, man, and the world needs to know nothing's easy. So if we are able to make it easier for people, which I haven't many times, not just my kids, for other people's kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For a young man coming out to Hollywood wanting to get on stage for the first time, that's not what that is. He worked hard. His conversation was different than the other comics. When he talked to me, I put him up. I fathered all the games. So if nepotism exists, it's because I fathered half these motherfuckers out here and socializing and being who they are and how they are. So if I want to help them get to a certain part that I think they're ready for, that's what I'm gonna do. It ain't nepotism. It's karate class. Your belt is getting, now you get the red belt, white belt, you move up. And some people jump from the white belt straight to the black.
Mm-hmm. One final question. When exactly did you know that, this comedy thing, that's what I'm gonna do?
Shit, when I knew that I had to eat. This was it. There was no other, I tried to do everything.
Well, you were still MCing. At one point, the MCing, the rap had to take a back seat.
Consistently, it's been that way, but it's I think comedy it literally, I don't know nobody else's story like mine. I didn't watch comedy growing up. I didn't want to be a comedian. I walked in a comedy club and saw it for the first time when I even started. I'd never seen it on TV. I got to Hollywood, I got a deal immediately. I won the Laugh Riots. I never had I just was like, I'm just gonna go. So I think when I made the decision, I was working at the phone company too, and I quit. I think they was about to give me a raise or fire me. It was one or two, but I didn't want to hear the outcome, so I just got the fuck out of there. But I just quit. I was like, I got this. I'm really funny. That's something I banked on. I was like, I'm funny as shit. Because I was watching people, I'm like, oh man, it's breezy to me. It's like breathing, bro. Comedy's the last thing on my, like for the niggas that work hard at home, I'm happy. And I love to work on my comedy when I'm just having a good time working on it, but I breathe it. That's the thing. My uncles, aunties, and everybody, mom and them funny. I don't need to practice that, and that's a blessing because I get to work on the business side of things and learn more, so I can be a better nepotism. Better trick, better simp. You know what I'm
Man, thank you for your time. Thanks for coming on the show, man.
Finally made it, man. I've been trying to get down here. Yeah. You booked up.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna let it happen this time. I'm like, watch this shit.
I appreciate you, man. Ladies and gentlemen, DeRay Davis.
Yes.
Yeah. No more talk.
Fourth member of the Ghetto Boys. I'm right here.